Y'all know when somebody then try to switch an argument, they do shit like this.
Howard, I am the plaintiff suing Diddy and Cassie for on these freak-offs that happened all these years ago with the male escorts and all of this stupidness that you now see all over social media. So for the last couple of months, audience, I've been quiet. I'm a law student. I'm not a professional, not a male escort. All of that is being constantly circulated by the media has something to do with something that occurred in my past over 10 years ago. Audience, Cassie admitted to sex trafficking me. Cassie admitted to lying on me. Cassie admitted to creating an environment that was completely deceptive of the truth of the narrative that what was going on, at least to me. People, by all legal terminology, that's coercion. If she wasn't willing to tell me who she really was and what was going on, people, she was lying to me. She hid her identity for multiple years for the sole purpose of lying to me and convincing me that herself and Sean Combs were husband and wife. So, audience, how can I be a liar if this woman admitted all of this on the stand during a federal criminal trial?
Well, we would believe you had you never sent a message like this to the husband. This is going to be weird, but it's something I've wanted to do for years. As I live with my own guilt and regrets, I know your wife's truth is 100% valid, as I'm sure you did as well. I would have come forward, and I'm glad she got some forms of justice. I personally saw that guy do a lot of shit to that shit that was not super cool. Not super cool, nigga. What you fucking nine? Anyways, a lot of what I saw really bothered me because homie was effed up, but I knew she was in love and wouldn't leave despite being beaten up and punched in the chest in hotel rooms, choked and forced into shit I don't want to embarrass anyone with. I'm damn happy you saved her. You were in the right place when she was finally strong enough to leave. Blessings. I tried to reach out when I heard about her suit because I know the situation intimately for almost 8 years. I'm glad she got something probably not near what she deserves, but if she's happy, that all that matters. Best to you and your family. I really want her to know. Please tell her Clayton says he's happy she made it out. But if you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. There's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful features. And one of the main ones lets you access up to $750 of your paychecks early. If you switch your payroll over with Current, you get a full set of features like paycheck advance, fee-free overdraft, and the build card and more. It handles everything in one app. I actually like that myself, which is why I partner with them. And right now, they're giving $75 to anyone who signs up using my link or scans the QR code on the screen. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to the sign-up page where you can create your own account. Just go through the normal sign-up steps, enter information, order your card. After you complete those steps, you'll see the option pop up to enter my promo code, which unlocks the $75 bonus when you switch your direct deposit. So make sure you go through the full sign-up process so you don't miss it. If you ever feel like managing money is stressful and tight sometimes, it's definitely worth checking out because that's literally what it's designed for. So what's really going on? Well, Cassie, she decided she wanted to do the dope rope smash and dash because she took her $30 million and was like, peace, I'm out of here. TMZ exclusive, baby. Cassie flees USA after $30 million payout for Diddy abuse. Cassie moved out of America at some point after being paid out $20 million from Diddy over his alleged abuse, and Cassie says she has no plans on moving back. TMZ obtained a court declaration dated May 1st, 2026, and filed by Cassie in her ongoing lawsuit against male escort Clayton Howard, where she states, I reside outside the United States. I do not intend to move back to the United States. Cassie, who was pregnant and living in New York last summer, when she testified in Diddy's federal criminal trial, also states in her declaration, I am a citizen of the United States. I am not a resident of the state of California. The declaration was filed in connection with the suit Howard filed against Cassie and Diddy in California. No word on where exactly Cassie is living abroad, but she says it would be easier for her to attend court and other legal proceedings in New York, where her lawyers are, rather than California. As we reported, Clayton claimed Diddy and Cassie hired him for freak-offs, which he says ended up with him getting an STD. He said he also got her pregnant, but she got a ejectocito womo. Clayton says one of the 7 escorts who worked with prosecutors, Clayton was one of 7 escorts who worked with prosecutors on Diddy's criminal case in his lawsuit. He claimed Diddy and Cassie subjected him to horrific ex abuse that left him with physical and psychological injury. In her newly filed response to the suit obtained by TMZ, Cassie claims Clayton sent her husband, Alex Fine, a supportive message in 2023 after she came forward with her claims against Diddy. The alleged message, I know your wife's truth is 100%. Oh, okay. Then they go on to read it. As TMZ previously reported, Cassie scored a $20 million settlement from Diddy in a lawsuit against him and another roughly $10 million from the Intercontinental Los Angeles Century, where Diddy was caught on camera beating Cassie in the hallway.
Cassie has filed a motion to dismiss. But audience, Cassie has not disputed any of my allegations. Her motion to dismiss attacks me on timeliness of the allegations, stating that, oh, because it happened X amount of years ago, now it's too late to charge her or seek action against it. Her motion to dismiss tries to use a text message sent by me to her husband, trying to respect her marriage and not blow her up for the cum dumpster she actually is. Now, audience, I'm going to state something for a fact because Clayton Howard is no liar. I most certainly sent that text message to Alex Fine, and it wasn't because Cassandra Ventura is a truthful woman. It was because Alex Fine, being a man who simply was in love with a woman, he had no knowledge of the truth of what really happened with Cassie because he wasn't in those rooms. So out of respect for this guy, I didn't contact him and say, yo, your wife is a cum-catching, cum-dumpster, a liar. I tried to contact him with a velvet glove, hoping that contacting him favorably would allow Cassandra to reach out to me to explain to me the things that I was hearing in the media. Because, audience, I knew she was lying from the beginning of when I first heard the media reports. Now, audience, you should know something that's really very valid, that the Wigdor law firm seemed to leave out of their arguing that I'm trying to go after Cassie's money. People, I was directed to the U.S. Attorney's Office by the Wigdor law firm.
And where did she get that idea? Well, she knew somebody in the music industry who was older and a younger woman as well. His name, Russell Simmons.
Could someone who just came out of jail and want to sue you because they had an experience and they can reimagine it just a little bit different? And could you be vulnerable enough to accept it? I took 9 lie detector tests. People don't know that. 9 separate. 7 from the chairman of the Polygraph Association. 1 for each of the serious accusations. 1 for when someone said, for instance, I was violent. One person said that. I've never been violent. Took that. And 1 for I apologized. I never apologized about assaulting anyone. But if 2 people say it, because one said it and me too, and the second person said it, then I took a test for it. 3 hours per test by 2 polygraph examiners. 1 that I've never done this to anyone and 1 I've never done to each individual. Some people say that they're not accurate, but if they're 94% accurate, I did 9 of them, it's pretty clear that I don't believe it. I even asked well, what if I believe it, but it's not true? He said, your subconscious will get you. I said, I don't know how true that is, but that's what was told to me by the chairman of the Polygraph Association.
So Russ took hours and hours of testing, and we just take him at his word, right? Well, we would believe you, and we would think a lot of things we would think, but we know you saw the Diddy empire crumbling and all these other individuals crumbling, and he decided, I'm going to do the dash, because once this shit came out.
We'd also like to warn our viewers, some of what you are about to hear is graphic.
I did not want to come forward. It was the last thing I wanted to do. Everyone said, don't do it. It's going to ruin your life.
I felt like no matter what I said, nobody was going to hear us. I was helping him cover it up for 22 years. And I thought, well, let me see what it feels like to just let it go. Let me try.
Drew Dixon, Salai Abrams, and Alexia Norton-Jones say they're all survivors of sex crimes committed by media mogul Russell Simmons.
That's why with Russell Simmons sold everything because his attorney said, if these look-back windows come out, it's going to kill you. Russell sold all of his businesses, all of his homes, gave up everything and became a resident of Bali. Now you see him start surfacing and showing his face out because why? The look-back windows are about to close. Man. So he'll probably start coming back to New York more and being a little bit more visible in the U.S.
But let's see what the Homer Simpson looking character has to say still.
Cassie's a victim of domestic violence. She is. She gets credit for that, people. Diddy beat her. Diddy treated her horribly in his drug-induced state. But he didn't make her sleep with all those black guys, people. She slept with all of those escorts. She slept with all of those black men, those minority men, because the truth of the matter is, Cassandra Ventura is a whore. She did this because she is sexually promiscuous, and what she actually testified to, she has ability controlling her sexual orders. She's a nymphomaniac, from what I believe the transcript said. Audience, I'm not going to go back and forth with the Wigdahl law firm trying to use outside media sources to attack my personal life, hoping that that's enough to convince a jury down the line that Cassie was telling the truth to facts she testified to during a federal trial. Audience, you may not like me, but here's the truth. I was victimized by Cassandra Ventura. She lied to me. She lied to dozens of other men for years while she traveled all around the world, not even the country, people, allowing herself to be a cum dumpster for a billionaire who she hoped would marry her at the end of her sacrifice of her soul and body, and it didn't happen. So when she realized that she threw 10 years of her life away and put 1,000,000 miles on her vagina for absolutely nothing, she retaliated against Diddy, she lied to federal prosecutors, and she just injected some of the real domestic violence over there to cover her own criminal conduct and to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend. And people, it worked.
He's trying to say due to coercion and all this stuff, bro. You were a seller of your mangina. You sold your mangina to Diddy and Cassie for a price. You've been compensated. You know who you should be suing? The people who employed you to go work for them. That's who you sue. See, you had no problems when Diddy was flying your mangina all across the United States and taking quote unquote advantage of you, but it wasn't advantage. You were enjoying it. How do we know you were enjoying it? Because you still had her number after all these years. See, you wanted a relationship. You got on some Captain Save the Girl ass shit and thought that your mangina could take you places that money couldn't. I just watched a clip of an old ass TV show, right? There's this oil guy who walks in a room and he sees his woman laid out on the bed with some dude, and the dude is ready to fight. He's like, "Don't go, baby." Dude walks in. He's like, "Come on, girl, go put your shit on." And she gets up. She puts her shit on. And next thing you know, that man sits down right across from the bed and looks at him, sees his pants, sees his ID, makes a couple of calls and says, "Hey, you know, your company, y'all do business with us. This person right here, he has a very bad sense of character." Then he gets the guy fired. Then as he's leaving, the woman already dressed up and everything. Like she just had fun with him. It's like, I'm part to blame for this because I do let it happen. The money, bro. The money. There's a song by Rick Ross on Triller called Money Make Me Come. Ever since that song has dropped, more and more women have been telling you, it ain't about the boat. It's not about the motion in the ocean. It's really about what creates the waves. Where all my scabby ass just say, all my boosters with go yard bags. So however the hell you sing that song, spin that shit. Yeah, spin that shit. Yeah, spin that shit. That's what they doing. Yo, dumb ass, stop. You could turn into the lover guy with your mangina. I'm sorry. That shit is more readily available with the more dollars. Sue the people who hired you, not the woman who you fell in love with. And now she doing her goddamn Russell Simmons shit out there, probably in Bali, eating shrimp from the sea and shit and coconut from different trees and all that stuff and raising a family. Your lawsuit, your lawyers, they're going to go bye-bye. You don't have the money. That's why you said, "Oh, I'm going to be a law student." Right. So that way you think it's cheaper to keep up, what, a 10-year, 12-year, 15-year lawsuit? Now, I have no proof of your intention and no proof of your motives, but from what I've seen in that text message and how you present yourself, I just don't believe you. Based off of all of your actions and the shit that you're doing. But we shall see. Does he deserve some money? I don't know. But do it look like it? Fudge no. You sold mangina, bro. Get over it. Boss up. Looking like goddamn Diddy Kong. Anyway, subscribe, turn on the bell to notify, share to keep your people aware. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Click right here for the Carmelo Anthony video that y'all said y'all wanted, but y'all clearly didn't want. So if you care about shit like that, we're going to do it on the Ceddy Nash Clips channel from now on. Click right here for that video or click right here for the playlist, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.